All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of the Greater Ozarks Bowling Podcast. I am here this week with Keegan Sandage. The ringleader was the word you described.
Yeah.
Manager of Enterprise and Sunshine Lanes, the centers that we run the Greater from. Kindle and CT's boss. And thank you for joining me. I know Kindle's on vacation. Is he at a casino somewhere? Do we know?
No, he's not at a casino. He took his wife and kids.
Are you sure? You sure he's not going to sneak off? If I know Kindle.
No, I'm pretty sure he's with his wife and kids. So
that's
yeah,
good.
some good time away. So I'm excited for that. But he ditched you again.
Yeah, I might be the new host. I've done more weeks out of the past 3 than he has.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm 2 out of 3. You can't disagree. But yeah, so we are going into week 15 of the tournament.
Yeah.
And recapping week 14. Do you want to just get right into the scores? We can do that right off the bat.
Yeah, we can do that.
I know we just looked through them and we didn't have any major shakeups. I know all the number ones are still holding on to their spots, so Blind Squirrels and the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we can go through that. So team handicap still have the Blind Squirrels. Been saying their name for ever since they bowled, I don't know, they were early on.
Yeah.
They have 35-27. Did you have I'll pull up the loaded cash for that.
Yeah.
Since we haven't really mentioned the loaded cash numbers. And those are updated every week, usually Wednesday or Thursday. So if you want to see that number, it's on greaterozarksbowling.com.
They're estimates right now, but once the official prize list goes out, those will be kind of a tool that you can use to see if you're in the money or out of the money in each event. So, the Blind Squirrels, they shot 35-27, and 10th place is 33-45. So there's a little bit of a difference between first and 10th. So.
Yep. And the loaded cash estimate, we have a 31-38.
38,
so, yeah. In doubles, it's still Reynolds and Roffling with 15-48. And did you have the top 10 for that?
The top 10, for all of them. So they shot 15-48, and 10th place is 14-73, and loaded cash is 13-29. So
nice.
Kind of a spread for that too.
And singles, we still have John Moore.
From Arkansas.
Yeah, from Arkansas.
Yep. He's the celebrity.
I've said it's just my favorite story. I'm glad he won.
Yeah.
And is Kindle still?
Kindle's still in second.
Is he still in second? Okay.
Someone needs to take care of that. We only have 2 weekends left.
Bump him down. You only need 8-10.
Only.
Well, I mean, that was scratch for him. So,
Jared, I don't think we even shot 8-10 with our scores together.
No. Oh, we could talk about that. We could talk about because Kindle made it a little. I didn't know that this was a competition between us.
Yeah.
But Kindle got some entertainment out of it.
He did, but you beat me.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah. So I shot 590 with handicap and singles, and you shot 600. So 10 pins. 10 pins. But you still won. Yeah. You didn't. Nobody had to do anything.
I don't
crazy.
think I don't. What did I win?
I had nothing.
Nothing.
Congratulations.
Yeah. That was fun. But yeah, and you bowled league with us to qualify to get the average, so you didn't have to bowl on a 230 average.
That's true.
Which was good.
Yep. So in order to participate in the tournament, you have to have a USBC average of 21 games or more, so in a USBC sanctioned league.
Yep.
And by February 1st was the rule for this year. Mm-hmm. And my aunt lives in St. Charles, Missouri, and she's like, hey, it'd be really cool if we bowled together. And I'm like, okay, so that means I need an average. So I was the 5th or 6th person, the 6th person on yours and Kindle's team on Thursday nights, and got my 24 games, maybe? Mm-hmm. Maybe I got 27 games. I don't know. But
you helped us take 3rd place also in the league, so it worked out. We were all thrilled with it.
Yeah.
You're coming back next year, right?
It depends.
The 6-man?
We'll have to talk about it. But
okay.
But then I was able to bowl singles and doubles with my Aunt Robin, who she watches these podcasts, by the way, so thanks for being one of our viewers. But that was a lot of fun to do with family, and it was a fun event. And I know people come to the tournament for all different reasons. Kindle's more competitive. He's that aspect of bowling. But for us, it was like, hey, let's have some fun. They're still competitive and they're good bowlers, but it's more, hey, this is fun. It's a fun thing to do together as a group. So
100%. Yeah. For me, it's just the group of guys I bowl the same. I bowl with Jared in doubles, and one of these years we'll put it both together. And
so one of these years you'll place above 1,514th place in doubles.
Yeah, that might be my best finish actually. Outside I can't remember. I haven't cashed. 1 year I will cash.
There you go.
That's my goal.
Okay. That's funny.
And if I get Jared's help to do it in doubles, then so be it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can talk about this upcoming weekend. We have
Yeah.
bowlers from a lot of different states. I have on my notes here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna just try to have us guess them.
I'll do it.
Oh, you want it? Well, you've
No, I'm
already
not going to
seen
guess
You made
it. I wrote the sheet,
Okay,
but
well,
I'll
all right,
talk
go
about
ahead.
them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ohio and Missouri,
Okay.
Illinois, Oklahoma, Alabama, which is a long way away. But even further away is West Virginia.
Yeah.
Ben Scroggins is coming from West Virginia.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. It's Ben.
Ben's
okay.
coming with his wife and their daughter, and Ben grew up around here but moved out there to be with his wife's family, so they're making the trek back to Springfield actually right now.
Where are they staying?
They're staying at my house. I'm really excited. Yeah, so we get to hang out and enjoy some time with them. Let's see, Maryland. We've got some people from Maryland coming. Farrell Williams. He owns Royal Flush Designs, which is like a jersey company. He's awesome.
They make bowling jerseys?
Yes.
Yeah, I
bowling
think I've
jerseys.
seen a couple of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they got like certified to be able to have their jerseys worn on the PBA.
Oh, really?
Well, maybe like at the beginning of last year, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was
So they're like official.
Oh, so you have to have a PBA approved, like, to wear jerseys?
Yeah, I don't know the rules about that.
Because
but
I know
yeah.
that you're required to, any PBA event, like even like regional qualifiers,
Yeah.
you have to have your name on.
Yeah.
And I've seen some guys with Sharpies, like.
Well, I think
on a
like the
polo
big
shirt.
dogs too are, it's only like, these are our approved people.
Right, okay.
For like shirts or grips or
Okay,
balls
okay.
or whatever, yeah.
Fair enough. For those are for like the majors televised events and all.
That would be my guess.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know totally.
That is interesting.
Yes. So then, okay, Maryland, Kansas, Texas, Arkansas, Minnesota, and Iowa. So we have people coming from.
That's a long way. Maryland and West Virginia is
That's
a hike.
quite a trek. Even Minnesota is a trek. So in
Yeah.
Alabama. So yeah, we're really excited. I think it's so cool when you actually like break all of this down. You're like, wow, there are people coming from a long ways, to come bowl the tournament.
Yeah.
And I think that's why for us it's so important to put on a really good event.
Yes.
From the tournament perspective to the bowling centers to, the bar staff, all of that. I think it's really important.
Yep. And that'll be 70 teams teams and bowlers, sorry. But you have 70 teams and 372 bowlers,
Yeah,
I believe.
bowlers,
I
yeah.
don't think that's
We don't have
372 teams
no.
unless we've added about 6 squads this weekend.
No, 70 teams and 372 bowlers.
Okay.
And that is...
It's Father's Day weekend, right?
It's Father's Day weekend.
okay.
And we have about 25 more teams this Father's Day weekend than we did last Father's
Yep.
Day weekend.
Also, I think we can tease a little bit because we have a couple guys. We have Kevin and Boog
Yeah.
coming to town. So they're
Yeah,
bowling this
they're
weekend.
bowling.
We're hoping we can catch up to them and get Amir Kindle to talk to them, and that'll be
Yeah.
really fun. For those who don't know, Kevin Williams from Springfield, PBA bowler, now has moved a couple times across the country doing
Yeah.
bowling, doing a couple other things. Fun guy to talk to.
Yeah, so fun fact, Kevin Williams and I went to high school together, and with Kendall.
Yeah.
And in 2010, the three of us were all on a state championship team together for the Glendale Falcons.
Do you have a picture?
I do have a picture.
Can I post a picture? Can I
Yeah,
add the
sure.
picture? All right,
Yeah.
send it to me.
Yeah,
All
I have
right,
a picture.
we'll get that.
So there was a lot of really good bowlers on the team that year, but Kendall and Kevin really led the charge. We just kind of stood back and cheered them on.
That was I imagine those are two good guys to
Yeah.
have on a youth team.
Yeah, but anyways.
Yeah.
That's my bowling
that'd be
claim to
fun,
fame.
and-
So.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing them this
Yeah,
weekend. They're
that'll
bowling
be
with
good.
CT, right?
Yeah, they're bowling with CT. Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and that's the team Ben's bowling on too. So there's a lot of them. There's some local guys on that team also. So.
Sweet. I only covered the main events. Do
Okay.
you want to talk about some of the side events?
We can talk about the side events. Okay, all events handicap. Nick Garza still leading from Kansas. He shot a 23-22.
Yep.
In 10th place, that score is at 22-20.
Yep.
So that's about 100 pins there. What's the load of cash
Oh, I
in
can-
all
I can
events
get that.
handicap?
I got it. It's 20-23.
Okay, yeah.
So.
Yeah. 6-game combine. Zachary Z. They all try to say his last name.
wanna
I'm
try
not
it?
even going to try. Nope. We're good. He's from Missouri. He shot 16-26. So 10th place of that event is 15-14. What's
Yep.
the load of cash?
13.52 is a load of cash.
Okay.
So.
And those loaded cash numbers, they're probably pretty close at this point.
Yeah.
So if you're right around there at this point with only 2 weekends left and they're not very big weekends, those are probably going to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty similar. All events scratch. Still Matt Russo from Missouri. He shot 22-82. And 10th place is 21-48 in that event.
And 1975 is load of cash.
Load of cash. Okay. And the women's team,
Oh, yeah.
Jamie's Pro Shop is still in the lead with 32.55. And I don't know if you guys have talked about the women's team event or not.
Probably not enough, honestly.
Yeah, it's free. So if you've got 5 ladies on the team, you check the box on the entry form, there's no additional fee.
Yeah.
So it pays $1,500 for first place, $500 for second place.
Yeah. And I know this happened this past weekend because I was at the tournament.
Okay.
There was a guy that brought some teams and rearranged his team so that they could make an all-women's team. Because basically, like you said, it's a free entry.
It's free. You might as well do it. And it doesn't replace your team handicap entry, like your traditional team handicap entry. So yeah, you might as well take advantage.
Might as well
of that.
put together a women's team if you're bringing a large group and you have 5 gals.
Yeah, that want to bowl and they can put some numbers up. So so $1,500 for first, $500 for second, and you don't pay any additional to get into that side event. Yeah.
So I know our women's team leaders. It's Jamie's Pro Shop. Yep. So they're going to cash for the women's team, and they're going to be.
Because their score's good enough.
Yeah, they're going to be high enough to cash in the actual event. So you get 2 checks for.
Yeah. Steve puts that extra money in the prize fund.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then scratch team, the blind squirrels are still leading that 34-53.
Yeah.
What's the loaded cash on that?
A 30 scratch team. 31-31.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Did we talk about the people that are bringing large groups? Did we do any of that?
Talk about that.
I have got Bill Jewell, who's bringing 6 teams from Fort Worth, Texas. Farrell Williams, you mentioned from Maryland.
From Maryland.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's Bill's the only guy bringing lots of teams this weekend.
Okay, so the rest of the teams we kind of mentioned.
Yeah.
We did, the rest are Kevin, Ben Scroggins, and Farrell Williams. So, we got over that. I know you wanted to talk about online registration.
Yeah, so the tournament side of things, we're really excited about something that's coming up. We've been working almost a year now on online registrations. So that means you get a link and you can follow it, and instead of filling out a paper entry form or a editable PDF, you can register for the Greater Ozarks directly on the website. We've been working with this awesome group of people from the company called Pinwheels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've been fantastic. So they have worked with us to kind of customize their product and give us something that we feel comfortable sharing with the bowlers. We want a nice, easy, seamless process. So we're really excited about it. We've had probably 30 teams use it so far, just as not 30 individual groups, but 30 teams so far use it. And we've had lots of positive comments. We've had some good constructive feedback that we've then taken back to the Pinwheels team and, hey, can we tweak this? And they've been super great about all of it. So we're really excited. So this year, when entry forms go out, look for that link to ditch the paper entry form and use
it'll save you some postage from mailing in.
Oh my gosh, people spend so much money mailing us their entry forms.
Yeah, and whenever we do something like that, it's really for the bowlers. If this didn't make stuff easier for our tournament bowlers to get their entries in, we wouldn't do it.
We wouldn't do it. So. No, it should definitely save some headache that way. You don't have to find a stamp. Or the other thing is you don't have to go to a bank and get a cashier's check or a money order. You can pay online with a credit card or an e-check. So all of that's, and save some fees with an e-check. So, because credit card fees can sometimes get a little bit pricey. So, we're really, really excited about that. Like I said, we've been working on that for about a year. A lot of back and forth, but I think we've finally kind of fine-tuned it enough that we're ready to move forward with it in the fall. So
look out for that on the entry forms.
Yeah, we're excited.
That covers most everything, unless you got any crazy Kindle stories, which I'd love to hear.
No, we should maybe turn the camera off if we're going to talk Kindle stories.
I'm telling you, we can do an after hours podcast or post it on a separate thing, and it'd probably blow up more than the main channel.
Yeah, people would probably appreciate the Kindle stories.
Well, I feel like bowlers, have been in a bowling alley for 10 years. They'd be like, yeah, that's a bowling story.
That's true. I don't know that we explained the relationship, but Kendall's my little brother.
Okay.
Yeah, so Kendall's my little brother, so I do have some Kindle stories, but maybe for
Another
later.
time.
Maybe we could include Samantha.
When we run out of content in the summer, we'll dig into the Kindle stories.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of funny. So maybe we should do that.
All right.
Yeah. No, I think that covers it. I think we're good, Garrett.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Otherwise, like I said, it would be really lonely with hearing myself.
Talking about yourself.
Yeah, I hate that. But yeah. Thanks. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. And we have 2 more weekends left of the Greater Ozarks.
Yes.
This weekend and then one more, and then we're.
And we have something special planned for the after the final week. We don't want to spoil anything, but hopefully it comes together. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
We'll see you guys later. Thanks.